Blackboard bungle. High school dropout rates across the country are alarming. Ontario's dedicated $1 billion to the problem. And now Quebec has announced that it's setting aside $160 million a year to try to bring down the dropout rate. At 29%, it is one of the highest in the country. But some groups aren't waiting. Here's Caroline Van Vlartigan with this special report.
Yeah, you know who it is. Chaos.
Rodney Ramcharatar and Shaquille Perry have their whole lives ahead of them. But at only 19 and 17, they've already hit a major roadblock.
I think I dropped out at 17. Sometimes I wouldn't go to school at all.
Shaquille says smoking pot got in the way of his studies, so he dropped out.
I started doing it like a lot, grade 9. Then it messed up my school and I got lazy. Never did my homework, never home.
For Rodney, a decision to hold him back in grade 10 started his decline.
So I left, and now I'm in this position.
A position facing an alarming number of young Quebecers, almost 3 out of every 10 of them not finishing high school.
Our kids are headed for a very tough future.
A future that worries Quebec's education and business leaders who've decided it's time to act. The government is pledging an additional $160 million a year to bring the dropout rate to 20% by 2020. But some groups are already having early success with very little investment.
He already wants to be the president, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Youth Fusion is a non-profit group that's hired university students to lead extra activities in high schools. After just 1 year, it's already seen results at James Lyng High in St. Henri, a school with one of the highest dropout rates in the city.
Our efforts and our focuses have started to yield results.
When Principal Craig Olenek came here 2 years ago, fewer than 39% of students graduated.
This past year, we've been able to increase it up to about 52%.
So less than half were graduating 2 years ago?
2 years ago, exactly.
And now you're over half?
Exactly.
Gabrielle Brand-Lopez likes to think part of those results may be due to his program.
It's about inspiring the kids through projects that are exciting and that make them want to come to school.
Eat fresh, very good.
One of his hirees, James Feith, is leading a business club for kids at James Lyng.
Why do I love business? Well, I made a little graph here just showing it quick.
Ashley Roy is handling an environment group.
Motivate them to not drop out of school, getting them involved in something like the environment, later on maybe.
Hey guys!
And Julian Sinnett will tackle sports with the kids.
What kept me in school, a lot of activities, sports, acting, everything, field trips, because I wasn't there to sit down and listen to a teacher for an hour. I was really there to go see my friends and have a good time.
Aside from their teachers, for some of these kids, this is the first encounter they've had with someone who's gone on to university. Their neighborhood is filled with dropouts.
Someone that's just on the street doing drugs. They probably think it's cooler just to be on the streets hustling than being in school.
Seeing how much money you made, how much money you lost.
But it's hoped that this regular weekly contact with successful students not much older than themselves can help them see further than the streets.
And I want to get somewhere in life.
I want to push forward and make it to my goal.
I want to be successful and I want to become a lawyer. So for that, I have to go through high school and then go to university or college and all that. Law school to become what I want to be.
That's the profit of this business, basically, is to know that kids are moving on in life and that they're succeeding and accomplishing their goals.
If you give a kid a chance, sometimes he might learn something.
Quebec's education minister admits Youth Fusion is on the right track.
It is proved that through arts or through sports, young people stay at school.
Why are you personally concerned about the dropout rate in this province? You're a young person, you're on your way in your career. Why are you concerned?
Because if we don't do it, who's going to do it? It is society's obligation to take care of this issue.
Back in Little Burgundy, Shaquille and Rodney are no longer spending their days on the streets. They're now being paid minimum wage to come here each day to Youth in Motion. And here kids learn how to apply for a job, pick up a trade, or perhaps return to school.
This program made me see my future, like I can't be doing what I'm doing.
The project's leader thinks part of the dropout problem in Quebec is the disconnect between Quebec's young immigrant population and the classroom.
School's approach and the school board's approach has to be a little more attentive, sensitive to the realities of these kids coming from impoverished areas.
Yes, we can. That's made a change in my life.
He also thinks schools in general are out of touch with what students are interested in and how they learn.
We're dealing with a whole a youth subculture that we have no idea. Yes, we go back to Shakespeare, and let's bring it up to Jay-Z and Michael.
Shaquille has no illusion about the importance of this program.
This program saved me, though, because if it wasn't for this program, I'd be in jail or dead. There's nothing more important now than finishing high school.
And Rodney also has a new plan.
My plan is to finish high school, then go to college, computer science. That's my plan.
Yes, we can. That's really open my eyes. Yes, we can. That's really...
A plan that includes school and not just becoming part of another sad statistic.
Yes, we can. That's made a change in me.
Caroline Van Vlortigan, CTV News.